Hey everybody, it's Lisa. I'm glad you decided to join me and to make these pop-up Halloween and just general fall, Thanksgiving, something like that. I don't think am I doing it the right way? I'm new to this overhead camera thing. Forgive me. Okay, so first I want to go over your list of supplies. You should have gotten it, but you're gonna want 7 pieces of pretty heavy cardstock. Mine's a little over. Mine's 80. It's pretty thick, but 60, something like that. If you have to use printer paper, I would recommend maybe gluing 2 pieces together after you print on the one. And if you're joining me and you don't have the printables, there is a link below for you to sign up for my newsletter and get the printables. So you're going to need the 7 pieces of the cardstock, 6 for printing and 1 for to make the card bases. You also need a ruler, like a half broken tea ruler, something like a bone folder, which could be like a craft stick or even a butter knife that isn't serrated, like a plastic butter knife, something like that. Scissors, glue, one that turns white is the best, and glitter if you feel so inclined. That's optional. And also optional is either some foam tape or some pieces of regular cardboard just to help pop up and give some dimension to some of these pieces. So you should have, when you do print it out, you should have 6 pages, 3 for each page, 3 for each card. 2 is the card and 1 is the envelope. So this is the one, these are the ones for the pumpkin ones. There's 3. But they're both pumpkins. I mean, for for the fall one. And these ones are for more of the Halloween one. And I already cut out the envelope. So just go ahead and cut everything out. And both of these have like a thing with a sentiment and a blank one. Because if you don't like my cheesy sayings, you don't have to have it on your card. So while you go cut those out, I'm going to cut mine out and I'll be back in a few minutes. Put me on pause. Okay, everybody. I hope you have everything cut out. Cutting out is not one of my favorite things to do, but you have to do it, right? So the first thing we're going to do is make our card bases. I forgot to tell you, we could use either white or black, pink, green, orange, whatever you like. I'm just going to do white. I did do black on this one because I thought it was so cool. But so we're making the A2 sized card. So that is actually a half of a letter size paper folded in half. So a half, like it's not really a quarter. It ends up being the quarter of a size. Well, I can make anything sound complicated. Okay, so what you need is a ruler. And you want to mark it on both sides. I have to go the wrong way again at 5.5 because that's half of 11. 1, 2, 3, 4. You should have it this way, huh? This way. So 5.5. 5. This is like a colored pencil. That's almost. And I'm going to do the same thing on the bottom side. 5.5. And then line it up. I should do that because I have half a T. Draw a very faint line. I can barely see mine. I don't know about you. And then cut along that line, all the way through, all the way across. Seriously, I can't see it. I have very bad vision. might be a little crooked. See, I cheat. I have one of those paper trimmers, you know. They are a good investment. And now all you need to do is fold it in half. And what I like to do is hold it kind of like this. Make sure it's all lined up. Press it down, and I get my bone folder or whatever you have. You know, you don't have to have something, but it makes it a little bit easier. So there's one. And now, same thing, like all the edges are lined up. And I push down and I give it a couple of things. So let's do the purple one first because that's the one I'm sitting here. You have all your parts. First we'll do the front. So for the front you're going to need this light with the lighter background, and that's going to, you know, almost cover the front. So you're going to get your glue. Mine's been acting up. I have this Beacon 3-in-1 glue, and it is absolutely fabulous, but it can be temperamental, but it is the best craft glue. Highly recommend it. Okay, and it does give you a little bit of wiggle room, but it dries quickly. All right, and next is our big pumpkin and the 3 little flowers. Why do I have so many flowers? That one goes with it. That one. The 3 separate flowers. And you can put these around the pumpkin any way you wish, or not at all. You can put them on the ground. I like to put them just around the collar. One here, and I'm not actually, probably shouldn't be doing that. And then we'll do this one facing that way, and this one on top, just like that. Now I want to puff this up to give it a little bit of drama. You can use that sticky foam tape or foam dots, things like that. I couldn't find any, but what works I use often is just plain old cardboard. You don't want the really super thick cut type with like the really big corrugates. If that's a word. It's corrugated, but something like this is fine. So, and even if you do it, and it helps the environment, that other stuff is not that great. So I'm going to cut a piece, and you don't have to have it over the whole thing. You just want to have it over the majority of your, and not sticking out, which I've had that. Okay, so I'm going to glue that. And turn it over, kind of decide where I want it. Center, down, bottom. I think kind of the center would be good for this one. You guys have probably already have done these simple type of pop-ups, but they're fun and they're so cute still. I love pop-ups. Okay, so let's go on to the inside. Take your purple floral, and we're not going to fold it this way. We're going to fold it this way first on the line, and hope that I made it even. Okay, now these 2 faint lines right here, I want you to cut just to the end of those, like this. Real careful. Not a big deal if they're a little bit off. You see where we're heading now? Okay, first thing I'm going to do is fold that part that I just cut forward. Rub it and backwards. I don't know if I did these ones. Okay, and then you take it, push the sides out. That, of course, will come to the middle. And now you have your pop-up. You want to attach to the inside of your card. Make sure you're not putting any of this, don't put any glue on like this area. Everything else is fine, just not the pop-up part, because it'll stick to the card and it won't work. Okay. Gluing, gluing, gluing. And I end up with glue in my hair, all over my hands, on my majority of my clothing. Just really messy. All right, make sure that, well, actually, I don't know that it has a direction. So, and it's the same on each side. So you could put it either way. I think I probably made them both ways. So slip that in there. Make sure your seams are together. And smooth down. Smooth it down. Look at that. And once again, we have our pop-up piece, and we have some flowers that luckily this time I didn't cut out individually, huh? And you can put them in there, put them on there any way you want. I like it like that because the pink. So I'm not going to glue all of the back. If I keep getting out of frame, I'm so sorry. Really, this is like my first type of this video. And glue that baby on. So what you want to do is kind of look at this and see how much of that it's going to be covering. And it's going to cover everything except for those two little corners. You could make marks if you wanted to. What I do is I just wing it. I put my glue in a circle, half circle, and then just fill it to the top of that line. Then you want to stand it up straight, add your pop-up piece. Make sure it's basically sitting, it doesn't have to touch the bottom. And then fold it down. Okay, and while that's drying, we can put down one of our sentiments. Boy, I cut that out terribly. Either the blank one, so you can just sign, or have an enchanting Halloween. You can put that wherever you want. Okay. So now we have our pumpkin pop-up card. Isn't that cute? All right, now let's do the other one, which I think might even be a little bit easier. All right, so you already have your other base. So same process, we're going to put the black polka dots on the front. By the way, if you like this, please give me a thumbs up and consider subscribing. I'm a new struggling channel. Yes, I will beg. The fall greetings, I'd like to bump that up. You can either bump that up or bump up your little pumpkins, which could work either way, really. You could bump it up, put this down here, or bump this up, put that there. Some stuff could fall. I'm going to put mine in the middle, I think, puffed up, and put the, nah, I think I'd rather have the pumpkins puffy. Took me long enough, huh? Let's see. Yeah, that should do it. Now, you know what I should do? I should put this down first because it might overlap it a little bit. So I'll put that about right there. What I just did. I just put glue all over this. No worries. We'll wipe it off. Works better if you have something like something that's wet, like I use wet wipes. And it's not going to really stick to anything because it's going to have this. See? Look at me. Some teacher, huh? All right, I put the cardboard. Now I do it the right way. Let's see where we want to put it. Upside down, obviously. I'm going to put it right there. So then I put the glue only on the cardboard. Push it down. Okay, now we have our other inside. Once again, fold it inside out. Yes, it is inside out. Okay. Give yourself a score, and I can see that mine is not on the right one. Okay. I'll ignore that. And you want to cut your 2 lines. Up to there. And to there. Pull that up. And press down. And this part's kind of important. It is kind of important to make sure you get a good crease there. And flip it back to the other side. And open it up. And it tends to get stuck in there. So you have to kind of flip your sides back and your top forward. And why is my whole top not coming? Oh, it did. Okay. And then close it. And it's just going to go on the inside of this one, and make sure your pumpkins aren't upside down. I want to make sure it fits okay. Make sure you print it at actual size or 100% because my printer keeps printing it very strange unless you specify that. And when I print from my iPad, it really screws up. Once again, avoiding the pop-up area. I'm really insistent on putting that upside down, aren't I? Okay, our pop-up pieces are these 3 big pumpkins. They're so cute. And once again, if you kind of put them against the thing, they cover almost, depends on where you put them actually, but if you put them in the middle, it's about the same thing. Just the 2 little bottom corners don't need glue. So half circle, otherwise known as a semicircle. Glue her up good. Put that on there. Hold it for a couple seconds. And we can shut it. The thing I've done so many times when I'm trying to make pop-ups is I've made the thing like too tall so that when you go, it sticks out. I know that's not going to work. All right, and then we can put down our sentiment, sending you harvest wishes and pumpkin kisses, or type your own in if you can think of something that's better than my cheesy thing. Okay, and let's see, you could put it right in the front, off to the side. You can put it in the back, but then you won't really have room to sign, so I'm going to put it right here. Okay, I'm going to show you something about the envelopes before we glitter them up. If I could figure out where I put the one. Okay, so The envelopes, you're just going to fold on the dotted lines. Sometimes I use my fingernails as a creasing if I don't have a bone folder nearby. And then this one, I'm probably out of the frame again. And this one. What I recommend doing is going ahead and doing all of that, but don't glue it together yet because these are kind of bulky and they fit. They don't fit so well whenever you have it already closed. So I'd put it in here, put this in here, put a little bit of glue, make sure it's not overlapping there, and a little bit of glue there. And really it does fit better than that. And if you have to bend it a little bit, and then the top, and then glue it down. And then when they open it, they may have to rip the whole thing apart. So there's one for each. I don't know where I set the other one, but it's purple, light purple. So now let's do some glittering. If you want. It'd be nice if I had a glitter glue or something like that. So on this one, I think I'm going to use gold or silver, and gold. And I found these little shaker things, which are much better than the stuff in packets. And I think I'm going to wipe off my glue. I should really have a thinner tip to be doing this. But I'm going to put some glue. I have to get them really close. Okay, I'm going to take this over here and kind of go across the top of the sign. I'm trying to go all the way around it, except for the part that's covered by the pumpkins. That might be a bit ambitious. And then I'm going to do just, see, it's starting to come out too fast now. A couple of swipes down the pumpkins, kind of following their direction. Okay, then I'm going to sprinkle. This does not come out very fast. Sprinkle, sprinkle, sprinkle. Should have just opened it up and poured it on. Give it a little tap to try to get it where you want it. So there's the front. And then I'm going to, while that dries, I am going to grab this one and a separate piece of paper so that I can, because I have a different glitter color, because we're going to glitter the insides too, of course. Scrap piece of paper. Okay, so for this one, wipe off my glue again. I think maybe the middle of the flowers. Oh, and of course the stem. The whole stem. And then the same thing we did before, like on the other one, like just some curved. I don't think I even have anything coming out now. Some curved sections, just to, and you don't have to do where the sections of it are. There. And this would be good with silver, gold, whatever color you want. And I happen to have this really cool, like pinky purple color I want to dry, and not like that. Okay, let's try flipping it up without flipping the whole lid off. Okay. Technical problems here with the glitter. Okay. Yeah, I can separate. You know, I'm going to end up wearing this glitter. Okay, well, I'm just going to sprinkle on like this, I guess. Oh, shoot. Okay, well, I'll use this color down here and gold on on the rest of it. I didn't think about that. And then gold on stem, which it didn't have to be. It could be anything. Okay. Now I'm going to have mixed colors on my thing anyway, huh? Oh, I like that. Okay. Let's go back to our first one. And if you want to, before you glitter the inside, you could collect the glitter and put it back in. I just do it all at once. All right, so let's decide what we would like to glitter on this inside. Pumpkins look a little crooked. I think about the same thing with the little, or should we just try outlining? Let's try outlining the pumpkins. Let's change it up. That's changing my mind. Let's outline the orange pumpkin and do the middle of its flower, and then just do some semicircles around on the other ones. And you can put whatever you want. You could put dots everywhere. All right, and anybody else have a husband that gets really mad whenever you do anything with glitter? I think that's pretty cute. Maybe I should have done up, maybe do up there, do up the, do the handle of that one, handle, which that wasn't very good, but make it look a little more cohesive. To be more precise, you could always like get a toothpick and put your glue on with that, and think about that till So there's the outside. That's the inside. Okay, now let's decide what we want to glitter on the inside. And it already has like fake glitters on, so it has the, oh, there we go again with the, these two colors again. The top, and then around it has some, and then it just has some like random spots also, so you could just do the curvy things, or just even just some spots. I want to do it around this one, and then in the middle of each of these flowers, a couple on here, here, kind of around here, 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 hear ye, hear ye. I'm gonna do it the last time, do the gold on the stem first. And then my pink. Of course, I still didn't figure out the lid, so I'm going to be pulling this back in. Now, right here, I have some strings that like connected. I don't want that. I didn't realize that, so I'm just going to wipe them. And I'm just wiping a little bit off because it's a bit intense. A little over glittered. Bound to happen. There you go. Okay, so there you have it. your 2 pop-up Halloween. Well, this one's for fall. Halloween's coming soon, I know. But the fall one could be great for Thanksgiving or whatever, just an any day card in your envelope. So I hope you enjoyed this, and I'm really glad you spent this time with me. Take care. Bye-bye.